Make sure it's listening to the right thing, which should be that one. All right, talk to me, Ibbott. Nope. Because I have two different inputs. I forget which one. You know, we don't change it enough until something. There it is.
Always fun trying to figure this stuff out.
Got it. It's there.
Cool.
There. So I'll have because we started well thank you Discord. I need to silence that stuff. All right. We just recently moved to Anchor, so we can put ads in the middle of the show. So right after the headlines where we do the show business, whatever, I'm actually going to hit the ad break on Twitch. We'll let that run,
right.
Which will give a spot for the ad in the podcast, and then we'll move forward. Not going to do trivia.
Random trivia.
Unless you really truly want to be random and just not even Pokemon, just throw something.
Right, just say, Meltan likes to live in a box, prefers it. Yeah, I was so bummed I didn't get a single decent quality Meltan in all those downloads or all those the ones I got in the box, because I'm trying to get a better one for what's it called, for the gym leaders. I've beaten one gym leader. I haven't beaten a single one since I got the task to beat all 3 gym leaders. Which filthy casual.
No, I got you beat on that front. As far as filthy casual, I'm still working on getting the 6th piece.
Okay, yeah, you got me beat.
Hey, Lady Jasmine, she says, "Hey, Brian."
Yeah, I got chat up. I got chat up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You are special, Charles.
I am a snowflake when it comes to this. Check in the messages. All right, so that's that. So, because we don't have anything basically in the back end since we're not doing trivia.
Oh yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think we'll do 4 headlines, then hit the ad, then we'll do.
Yeah, it makes sense.
4 other headlines.
You don't want to break for the ad and then say, "Okay, that's the show. Thanks."
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you're here, man. It's good to be talking to you again.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for asking me.
Hello, Phantom. Morning to wherever you are in the world.
Hey, morning here. So you must be on the other side of the planet.
How's the snow situation up in Colorado?
It's nothing right now. There's a little bit of snow, like ice on the ground and chunks in lawns and stuff, because we had a lot of snow a while back that hasn't really cleared. But right now it's like just a sprinkling of rain. Oh, I missed you too. I missed you the most, Scarecrow Terry L. Wolf.
You know what? Screw you, Terry. I'm on the show. You show up late, if you show up at all. And, Brian's on the show. You're not only on time, you are 7 minutes early.
Wow. I'd be pretty upset too, actually. Yeah.
So I could be the coach for Salty Week on next time.
Yes, we're not trying to coach them on how to be salty, Charles.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Although maybe that's an idea. Create the saltiest podcast you can.
Well, hello, Carrie. I'll say it to Carrie. Oh, you know what? I guess I can do a few promotions.
There you go.
Do you use any kind of social media aggregator like Hootsuite?
I don't. I tried using one, and it was just such a pain in the butt to keep everything updated, and yeah. So but then I pretty much only promote on Twitter.
Yeah. I use it basically as an outgoing thing to do a blast to a few different places. But for the most part, I wasn't sure, and most people I talk to don't really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put in the underscore. There he is. Well, I like because I hit up the Giant Size Team Up Network, and then my two pages, my Facebook page and the Twitter. Actually, that's kind of redundant because Facebook pushes it to Twitter. So I don't know. I was just wondering if it's worth upgrading, but apparently not because you don't use it.
I don't use it. Well, don't let my use or disuse determine whether or not it's worth it or not. It just, you know how I am with slow to adopt. I barely even use Insta. I'm barely on Insta. Kids call it. There we go.
I'm actually a little surprised to hear that.
Oh, really? Yeah, no. I produce content. I don't promote the content. I'm crap at promoting the content. I need to hire somebody. Well, I need to make enough money to hire somebody to promote the content.
That's the key right there.
Exactly.
Somebody knows what they're doing. They're working hard. Yeah.
Exactly. Look at that. I'm opening up a Lady Jasmine present as we speak. Because I used up almost all my pinups on those damn Meltons. Meltons! Did I send? I think I sent a gift back to Lady Jasmine. Yeah, I do need some. I have to go back and look through your show notes and find good tips on defeating the gym leaders, because Sierra kicks my butt. All three of them kicked my butt that day that they were all the for an hour. It was all gym leaders all the time.
Terry, yeah, it's not that for sure yet. Terry, he says, send me gifts. You're the last podcaster that hasn't reached best friends with me. Even Bagel beat you. I was sending you gifts, and you stopped opening them. So, I gave them to people who appreciate them. Not Ibbott, because he won't open gifts either. But Joe, not Joe. Joe won't open my gifts either. I just randomly pick some people and assume they open them. I don't know. Yeah, Terry's 40 times 20.
Of course, he beat those gym leaders easy. I have no doubt. Yeah, maybe I need. See, the problem is that I don't know what the team is, so I have to battle it, and then it's like, oh, it's a different team makeup. Okay, well, let's switch this guy out for that guy, and then put this one in, and I'm using all my revives and max revives and all that stuff up. I know.
I'm with you.
Listen, Terry. We can't all be the Terry Wolf.
Listen, Terry. Listen. So,
it's true. It's
dude,
true. Too busy playing Sword and Shield. Well, playing Shield.
I skipped probably a lot of great posts that you put out, and like, I'm gonna click on that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna click on this one, and I knew what it was gonna be because I saw your other post about I need to hear this or not need to hear it at the same time. And then it was the Mandalorian. I was like, oh, why? This is, it's funny though. It's good.
Yeah. Oh, that thing was horrible. I lasted about 2 minutes of that, and I couldn't last any longer.
Thunder Cub is laughing. She is higher level than me. What level is she? Level 40, I'm assuming, because I'm level 30 freaking 9, which I think is pretty impressive for myself.
Wait a minute. I've been gone all this time. You still haven't gotten to level 40, Charles? Oh, man. I'm so disappointed.
I don't have you to chase anymore. Yeah, there were some inspirations like, if I could beat Ibbott in something. And, and like, no, you're loud. You know. went on to other things. And I don't know how to say it without sounding like an ass. I'm not trying to sound like an ass. But
No,
like,
no, you're not.
Well, I'm never going to catch Joe. He's going to beat me at everything, so I'm not going to work that hard at it.
Exactly.
So.
Well, I don't know where Joe is with Sword and Shield, but if he doesn't have it already, then I think I might beat him at finishing the game, because I'm on the last stretch of gym battles and all that stuff. So
nice.
This will be the first Pokemon game that I've actually finished, because basically with Let's Go Eevee, I got to the point where I could start getting Meltan boxes. And I got so excited about doing that. I haven't really gone much further than that.
Yeah, I same. I got a little bit further than the park.
Yeah.
And then Joe got Zelda, Breath of the Wild. And he's like, "Oh, you're going to beat me in that game." I'm like, "I'm going to do that." And then I haven't done that. So I think I will, though, just to have something in my feather in my cap. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything to beat it. So it's like, am I really going to do it just to spike the digital ball? Okay.
Right.
All right. Here, and Vegeta is cool. Oh, Vegeta. Vegeta is cool. I can read it now. 12. We'll ask that when we open the show here in just a second.
Oh, because I have an answer for that.
Cool. Welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast, where I'm going to start that over because I had to scroll up and forgot it. All right. It's been a few weeks. Yeah, man. It's been a few weeks. I'm rusty. I'm in the presence of greatness. It throws me off.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to the Pokemon GO Podcast, your number one source for news, reviews, tips, and techniques to help you catch them all. I'm the Rock God of Podcasting, who is rusty at this because it has been a little while since I've had to open the show. It's interestingly enough. I was off for 2 weeks because of weird work things going on. And then Joe and I did a podcast from a car on Black Friday. So I hope you all enjoyed that holiday review. And then tonight, last minute, now we already had the guests lined up, right? Brian Ibbott's here in the house tonight.
Hello.
And
yeah. Oh, has it been a couple weeks since you've done this, Charles? Oh, a couple weeks. It's been. Oh, okay.
Well, done this show. Then I don't know.
Thanks for having me here, man.
Yeah, we reached out to Brian a few weeks ago because Joe and I were like, man, we got to have him back, and we worked it out for tonight. And then the universe did a dirty trick on us at about 5:30. Joe messaged me. It says, "Oh crap, we're having to roll out this thing to this test zone." He does coding for a big insurance company, and it's all GUI stuff, interactions with people, and so they have to roll out some test to some area. And he goes, "We can't go home till it works," and it's giving us a lot of grief right now. Then about 7, he's like, "Yep, nope, I can't go home, so I'm not going to make the show." I'm like, man. It's like,
I have a feeling he knew about this when you guys were planning this. I feel like he was aware, and he's like, "Oh, well, how do I get out of this? I know, I'll put
as I said before we started recording, he got you the last visitation weekend.
That's
I
right.
get you
That's
this
right.
weekend. We have to share
exactly.
the visitation rights.
I hope we're going to the ice cream shop after this. You promised me ice cream.
I'll take you for a bike ride. You like that better?
Ooh, yay!
Crap, there is a shadow on my radar. So before we really get to the headlines here, we had a question right before we started the show. Literally right before we started the show. That's a great question. So Vegeta is cool 12 over here on twitch.tv/Pokemon GO Podcast asked if we had any recent shiny Pokemon. I don't think I have any recent, but Ibbott, you said you had an answer for that.
Like 10 minutes before show starts. So I've got it right now sorted by recent. So you can see the very first Pokemon. It won't focus on that, but about 10 minutes before I got into it was while I was doing my Meltan box, and I'm like, oh, let's just get these other Pokemon out of the way. Open it up, and it's a shiny Roselia.
Wow, nice.
My second one. So this one I probably will evolve to see the shiny Roserade, but it's really cool. Not crap stats, like garbage stats. I think one of them, 0 attack, 7 defense, and a whopping 11 HP. So there you go. So shiny Roselia just a few minutes before. I'm like, oh man, I need a Pokemon experience of the week. Hey, shiny. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Kit Kat. Kit Kat is a fan of the network, and she's been jumping on a bunch of different shows.
Cool.
And she asked what shiny Pokemon are. And that's a great question for new players. It's, of course, you have the standard Pokemon version, right? And then the
Mhm.
shiny is just that. It's like they put a polish on it, put some stars on it, make it glow a different color, and it
Right.
just gives you another reason to
It's
capture things.
a much more rare thing to catch. So, one out of every, I don't know what they came up with the number, couple hundred Pokemon you catch is going to be a shiny version of something. And it's really rare.
Yeah. So I actually just counted. I have 21 shinies at this point. But the last one, the last one was an Eevee that came out of not the standard box, but one of the special mission boxes.
Hmm.
And I've got this long running hate of Hippie Eevee because they made us get it for 2 months and all this other
Hmm.
stuff. And it popped out, and I was like, no. And then it gave me the stars. I'm like, okay. But that was the last one I caught. And then, my
So,
biggest experience is we caught a shiny Ibbott tonight. And I'm
yeah,
happy
there
with
you
that.
go. I
So.
forgot to powder my head.
uh, but
I'm just
again,
counting this up there. This is a new feature I didn't even know about. I probably should listen to the show more because you probably would have told me about it. But when you type in a filter in the top search thing of your Pokemon list, it now tells you in parentheses how many of that thing you have. So it used to not show you a number. Like if you've
right.
got, now it shows you. So I did it. I typed in shiny. I've got 132 shiny Pokemon. A lot of duplicates though. Like I'm looking, I've got 5 Torchics, and because every community day, 5 Chimchar, 5 shiny Chimchar.
We've got pretty big community days coming up in a couple
We
weeks,
do.
14th and
Yeah,
15th.
super community day. Yeah.
Yeah, like they did last couple of Decembers. It's really, really cool. Uh, uh, I'm just happy with 20. I work hard to keep the filthy casual title. And we're going to get into, because I don't think we have any headlines, but as we come out of the break, as we go into here, and just for everybody to know, there's a few things for the podcast, a few things for Twitch. On Twitch, if this is the first time you've watched this live, if you hit, is Nicole here tonight? I'm not sure if she's in because she's been busy studying for us. If you hit, I think it's pound S or not pound. I'm sorry, exclamation point. Hey Nicole, will you show everybody in the chat room how to submit their title? Because yes, perfect. So yeah, if you hit, yeah, I was doing it right. Exclamation point S and then space bar and then type whatever else you want to type. You will submit titles for the show. That will be the official title of the podcast going out this week. And then for the podcast, we have officially made the jump over to anchor.fm. And you should have seen zero blips in your subscriptions. I know I monitored it through my subscription and everything went fine. But you'll hear a break right in the middle of the show to help support the show. We appreciate you listening to that ad, and I just wanted to let you know it's coming up. So the format's going to be a little bit different, and it's not because Joe's gone. It's because we're shifting things just slightly. But let's jump into, at the end of the year, everybody has to look back over 2019
Right.
and
What were
see
the
what
best albums of the year?
Yeah.
What were the best movies of the year? And
if you don't do what were the best Pikachu covers of the Beatles for Coverville, then you've lost out.
don't even know if they would make if they would be fun for a show. But
uh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna hold your tail.
that's a good one.
Sure.
So this one though, this is and Joe was awesome enough to give us all the headlines for tonight before he found out he couldn't come be on the show tonight. So from Spotify to Fortnite, these are 25 most important apps of the decade.
No,
And
that's right. Because we're coming up on the end of a decade, depending on how you count. I'm of the belief that the
01 is the decade.
No, I'm of the belief that the 00, like when you change the second digit from the right, that's the start of a new decade. But there's some people who say, no, it's from 1 to 10 because you don't count 0, 1, 2, 3. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I know that there's
I don't care.
different agreements on this, but I call it a decade. When the second number changes.
Yeah, I mean, because well, on a keypad it is 0 to 9, right? On a number pad.
It is. And when you say a decade, like if you say the 70s, you're not counting you count 1970
70 to 1979, exactly.
Exactly.
So I'm with you.
That's yep. All right. Anyway,
I did hear something funny on the news today, where it's some company. I don't remember the name of the company. They come out with a special color, and this is the first time they've done blue in a while. And it's a very special blue to start the new decade. I don't know. It's one of these.
Pantone does this.
That's it. Pantone.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. I don't know. Something you put in your hair when you're taking a shower or something. I don't know.
It's Pantene.
But what made me laugh?
I use it all the time, and look what happened.
Look what happened. What made me laugh about the story was the last time they did blue was cerulean blue, which I am familiar with. So to roll in Y2K, and I'm like, no, that was 20 years ago, not a decade ago. Okay.
Oh, that's
somebody
funny.
wrote that wrong.
The newscasters.
Yeah, they're like,
decade.
last decade ago. And I was like, no, Y2K was 20 years ago. All right.
That's funny. Yeah, so the color of the year is classic blue. All right, Pantone. Keep doing what you do.
So, of course, Instagram's on here, Twitter, Facebook,
Sure.
the dating apps, Google Maps. I'll give you that for sure. Spotify. I've loved Spotify since I've gotten it the last couple of years. Slack. Really? Slack is a top 25 of. You know they went public, right?
I do. And here's the weird thing. It's like, all right, it's an app, but it's also a desktop, program.
Yeah.
I mean, you use it. It's really a communications platform. I wouldn't consider it an app. I'd say the same thing about Facebook and Twitter. They're communications platforms, not necessarily. Yes, there's an app that you use to access.
Yeah.
Pokemon Go is an app, right? Like that's an app.
Yeah.
You don't play that on every device you own. You play it on your smartphone or your tablet. It's an app.
Yeah. That was
Take that, CNET.
yeah. But I mean, it's like Slack. I was like, really? Because WhatsApp's better, Discord's better. Everybody, they did a Slack for Dragon Con, and nobody used it. So they did a Facebook group, which is somewhat used, and then they went to Discord this year, and that's heavily used. So
yeah, I've got clients that use Slack and not Discord, so I basically have to have both, and I have to keep both, up to date, and I have to have notifications on for both, and I have to make sure that, if I'm away from the computer for a while, I have to come back and check both and make sure that I didn't miss a message.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Of course,
Hate
Uber and Lyft, Venmo, it's good.
Sure.
Angry Birds, sure. Candy Crush,
okay.
Sure. Pokemon Go, right there.
Very good. Look at that.
And they label it.
This list?
This is off of CNET. They label it as the first big AR game based in the Pokemon universe, and it really, I'd say, is the only big
it's
AR
the only
game,
AR
right?
game, big or small, based on the Pokemon.
Well, okay,
universe.
big, yeah. But if you just take out the Pokemon universe, say AR, I mean, it's still king of the mountain by far for AR games. I've had
Wizards
some fun
Unite,
trying stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
But,
I mean, Wizards Unite is still hanging in there, but nowhere near the explosive power of Pokemon Go.
yeah. Then the rest of the list: Vine, which is dead now. Flappy
Bird, also dead now.
Yeah. Unless you go to like casinos, and then you can play the betting version of it.
Right.
Facebook Messenger / WhatsApp, because you should separate that because Facebook bought WhatsApp, but that was just I don't know.
See, and Netflix shouldn't be considered. It shouldn't be like one of the most important apps of the decade, because at first they weren't even an app, right? You could watch on your desktop. Right. You couldn't watch on. I don't think they rolled out streaming on the app at the same time. Maybe they did, but
I don't remember. It's been since 2010, man. So long ago. Ibbott.
See, and I'd even you look at this list. Amazon, definitely not.
Yeah, YouTube.
Google, Siri, Alexa. No, come on, those aren't apps.
So now we're just talking about digital software at this point.
Exactly. Yes. Right.
Again, how do you put Skype, FaceTime, and Zoom all in the same thing? Skype was instrumental, but they're like the old guard of voice over IP.
Sure, but I mean, I guess you can't really talk about one without talking about the rest of them.
I guess Fortnite, and then Uber Eats.
There was a Garfield Go. There was a Jurassic Park thing too for a while.
Yeah,
wasn't
I played Jurassic Park. I played the Ghostbusters one.
I will There was a Ghostbusters one. I thought that
Yeah,
was just. Oh, okay. I
and it's
thought I just
actually
dreamed that.
decent, but it had the same. And there's a Walking Dead one too. The Walking Dead I thought
Oh
was a
yeah, the
very
Walking
good
Dead
one,
one.
but it has the
Right.
same problems that for me that Pokemon Go does, which just means I got to get out of my house and go do something, and
Yeah.
that's not what I want to do. So,
I don't
yeah,
have a Pokestop within range or
yeah.
a Ghostbuster stop within range.
uh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
That's cool. Well, good on Niantic for. I mean, absolutely worth recognition as being one of the biggest, most important apps of the decade for sure.
so how are you doing on your collections? Have you gotten all the newest and baddest Pokemon?
I haven't actually. It's funny we were talking before the show about that. You have a shadow. Mine's gone, but I know exactly what it was.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
Burmy or something, right? Wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
basically they're the three different color Burmese, and I have two of the three. I don't have blonde Burmy. I have pink and green Burmy, but I don't have
Let's see.
beige me.
Beige. I've
Beige
got
me.
pink and green. Yeah.
Yeah, so that must have been a tan Burmy.
Mm,
Wow, Terry Wolf has had two submissions turn into Pokestops. That's crazy. So just getting started. I know that just became available what a month ago. That level 40s
yeah.
could recommend Pokestops.
Yeah. Uh,
That's cool.
and I'm gonna go crazy on it once I hit level 40.
There actually is there is a sign for a trail head that is two houses down from me that I could go take a picture of, submit it, and say, this trailhead sign really should be a Pokestop.
It's
And it
public
might
access.
I think it might be reachable from my house, if not really close.
Uh, Pokemon. So the reason I asked is this next headline is from Slash Gear, where there's some Pokemon Go code leaks, right, going on, and Halucha and/or Pikachu Libre might be coming to Pokemon Go.
I'm guessing that Pikachu Libre is a Mexican wrestler Pokemon. Oh, it totally is. There he is right there.
According to how they drew it, I'm sure that's a artist rendition, not what was in the
Sure,
code. But
sure.
yeah, that's every time I think I'm getting used to the Pokemon universe, something weirder shows up, and just like I need a minute. I can't even. But yeah, it's the Pokemon Go Christmas League preview. They got to look at what some of the holiday seasons will bring. All of us playing. Uh, Stantler headband and a Stantler sweater for your character in the store. There, Ibbott.
Nice.
I don't understand the outfits.
Well,
it drives me
that
crazy.
makes sense. I know Stantler is a reindeer, so this is
Yeah.
for Christmas.
But at the same time, I wouldn't put on the Christmassy reindeer stuff that people put on to be goofy in the first place in real life. So, yeah,
Oh, you
I'm a
Scrooge.
Grinch. Yeah,
You're totally a Grinch.
Oh,
Bah humbug.
yeah.
I still actually have
100%.
I realized today that having my Magikarp hat on still kind of screws me up when I'm trying to catch Meltans, because I look over and it's like, oh, is that nope? That's my Magikarp hat. I probably should put on like a hat that doesn't look like I've got something orange on my head when I'm looking for things that are kind of gold topped, like Meltans.
Yeah, I put on this Indiana Jones hat and immediately regretted it and haven't taken it off for some reason. I don't know why. But so sometimes you'll design a character in a game to see yourself, and sometimes you'll design it just to have something good to look at. I can't find a happy place in either. So, but the truth is, I use my gotcha more than I play the game. So it really doesn't matter what my character looks like.
Right.
But let's see some of the other stuff that's coming out.
So one of the things, though, I mean, they're talking about so these two they're talking about, Halucha and Pikachu Libre. Well, at least Halucha,
right,
is a Gen 6 Pokemon character, and they haven't even finished putting out all the Gen 5 stuff.
Yeah, I have they finished putting out all the Gen 4 stuff even? Because
No,
this is where Joe is really pivotal to the conversation.
Right. I think there's a couple legendaries from Gen 4 that they haven't put out yet. Let's take a look here. I've got the Pokédex. Yeah, there's still quite a few from the Sinnoh region that they haven't released yet. 413, 414, 439, 445. Unless I don't think those are regionals, but no, there's still Still quite a few that they had. Looks like they haven't released yet.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the pattern here lately of we're going to give you a bunch of this, but we're going to leak out some of the more advanced things.
Right. Right.
Maybe it's getting people to play more, to evolve
Maybe.
more. I don't know.
Sure. Might be.
I know I definitely play a little bit harder when I was like, oh, I can get that evolution if I just get a few more candies or this or that, the other. And so, where did I go recently? I played all day. Stone Mountain, Christmas Town. We went, and they have a bunch of stops, and so I'm walking around. If I'm not enjoying the lights or whatever, while I'm waiting on somebody to do something, I'll pull it out and I start spinning and capturing and playing. But we both do. We stay busy. We just stay busy.
Totally true. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, there it looks like you're gonna catch a Horsey, Onyx, Porygon, Poliwag, Sunkern, and evolve a Pokemon, and a Phoebus. Phoebus, you got to walk for 20 kilometers.
20 kilometers, I think.
To evolve that.
Yep.
Use an item, evolve an Onyx, hatch eggs, win raids, and
so these are all of the evolution event quests that started earlier today. Well, earlier today.
And I saw Porygon pop up as soon as I opened the game. So, started today at 1 p.m. Pacific. So 2, 3, 4, 4 o'clock Eastern, and then it'll go through December 12th. And then during this time, all lure modules will last a full hour, which includes the special ones like Glacial, Magnetic, and Mossy lures. And you'll get evolution items from raids and 2x XP when you evolve your Pokemon. Probably should say times.
This will be your chance, Charles, to get from 39 to 40. Use that star or the dust.
I think just to aggravate Terry and some other, I might find a way to go backwards and get to 38 to 37.
Backtrack, sure.
Now, how are you? Did you ever get Google goggles?
No, I never got Google.
Or Google Glass, whatever it was called. You know what I'm talking
Google
about.
Glass, that's it. Yep.
Nope. Yeah, because it was $1,500.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
To get
I still haven't even gotten an Oculus Quest, but I'm waiting. I was really hoping to see an Oculus Quest on sale during Black Friday or Cyber Monday, but no dice.
Yeah, well, John Hankey worked on the Google Glasses, whatever they were called. I think they were called Google Goggles.
Google Glass.
Google
Glass.
He had worked on those originally. When that got killed, he ended up going over to Niantic. But he's always been a proponent of not just AR, but the hardware to go with it. And now they're announcing that this new smart glasses, which I like these better than most of the smart glasses I've seen. They look like old school Ray-Bans a little bit with the wraparound.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the
big old thick brim on them, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're going to do, it looks like it's got 2 cameras, but it's Qualcomm, which we know is a really good computer chip manufacturer, and Niantic are making these glasses. It looks like it has 2 cameras in it, at least on the side that we can see. Yeah. I'm not sure what that is. There's something on the bridge of the nose. I can't quite tell what that is. But it was going to have a Snapdragon chip in it, which is one of the best mobile chips out there.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's the AR/VR Snapdragon XR2 chip if you're a techie. All that was just alphabet soup for me. I just know it means it's good. Yeah, it's just basically an announcement. We don't really have a whole lot to scan through here.
But the fact that Niantic is involved with this, with Qualcomm, do you think, all right, so crazy speculation here. Niantic gets ready to create a Pokemon Go experience with these glasses. Do they add it to the existing Pokemon Go, or do they create Pokemon Go 2 and start the next generation, whatever Pokemon generation is next, start with that one? Probably, I guess you'd still have to be able to catch all the old ones too. Maybe you're able to transfer them from Go 1 to Go 2, but you go Go 2 so that it drives sales of this thing, as opposed to saying it's an add-on to the first game.
Yeah, because why else would you do a second version unless it's a bigger hardware change, style change? Yeah. I like it. It does say it's unclear whether Niantic plans to sell its own smart glasses. I think unless there's some kind of big hindrance to that, As in, you can buy the standard, or you can buy. I think they will. I don't know they'll sell their own, but you can get the PlayStation, and you can get the God of War PlayStation.
Right.
Yeah, I think it'll be that. You can get the Pokemon Go one that comes with the game. Yeah,
the branded glasses. Sure.
Yeah. I can look like Bosworth as a Pikachu, with Brian Bosworth. That's an old reference for a lot of people.
Callback. Wow,
that's one thing I want to see those glasses, because didn't he make those popular in the 80s and 90s?
Yeah, he totally did. I'm waiting for your big refrigerator Perry reference.
Oh, dude, it's Super Little Shuffle. I can do it. He was my boy, man. I loved that Chicago team. Yeah. It was great. All right, so this one is going to be interesting because Joe really usually pulls out some nuggets. We've got the Pokeminers in-depth teardown of the APK. Basically, we're going to hit some highlights, and I'm sure you'll pull out some stuff that interests you. Yep. The big highlights at the top of this article, there will be Pokemon swapping in battle, which I thought we already could swap Pokemon in battle.
Yeah, I wonder what they mean by that. Tweaked. Oh, force a swap to a different Pokemon again. Allowing us to force a swap.
Oh, maybe you can only swap once, like in a battle.
Oh, geez.
Because I don't really. I mean, I battle some, but I'm not. If I have to swap out, usually I land on the one I need, and it does the job. So maybe it's swapping multiple times.
Could be. It could be instead of having to go to that menu that lets you choose between the other two that aren't currently in, and you've just got like a Pokemon 2, Pokemon 3 little icons, and you can just jump right to one of those to throw them in.
Yeah. So
interesting. Okay.
Now it looks like, and I'm just reading here, it looks like Pokemon Go is introducing the Unity Engine's own location service to track physical player latitude, longitude, and altitude. It looks like it's an effort to more precisely determine your location in the real world, including location accuracy and measured timestamps. Now, I'll tell you, I'm down with this. They've improved it. We don't get as much GPS drift. It's pretty good. It's still a little tweaky of I'm standing literally next to the picture that's on the Pokestop, and you have me half a block down. Every once in a while,
right? Yeah, it drives me nuts.
This altitude thing's got to go though. I need to be on
the
no.
Right, like you're in a building and there's a Pokestop on the bottom floor. You're not going to be able to access it? No, forget
that was one of your best stories from Vegas of you're on like the 40th floor and you're literally over the stop.
My room is over the fountain of in the center of Monte Carlo.
And so you just let it just boom. Yeah. So I don't like I don't like this altitude thing at all.
Yeah.
So HDR support. Do the newest phones even do HDR at this point right now?
I think some of them. There have to be.
Maybe the 11s?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see here. Yep, the... oh, no, take that back. Oh, yeah, here we go. Mobile HDR. iPhone Pro, iPhone 11 Pro Max, iPhone XS Max, OnePlus 7T Pro, OnePlus 7 Pro, Asus...
Okay.
ROG.
So the newer top of the line stuff. Okay.
Yep. Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So there's a few that support HDR.
Does that mean the game's going to look like the movie Detective Pikachu? Now, if they do that with the AR glasses, I'm done.
That'd be pretty cool.
I am abandoning Pokemon Go and going right to the HDR glasses Pokemon 2 game.
Pokemon Go 2?
Yeah. You look over and there's a weirdo Pokemon. Can you imagine the Ghastlies and stuff? And something, the Candelabra one, whatever. Something more scarier with Yon Mask. Can you imagine you wake up to go get some water and your house is close to a Pokestop or a spawn point, and in the dark kitchen there's a Yon Mask because I don't know why at 3 a.m. you're wearing the glasses, but you are. I mean, it'd make you wet yourself a little bit.
Yeah, or a Dusk Noir or something.
Yeah.
I freak out when I see those in in the game or in Pokemon Shield. Like, oh my God, a Dusk Noir. Run, Noir.
Terry Wolf is saying the next 3 months special research is Flower Crown Pikachu. I'm out. I will rage quit the game at that point. How did you feel? I know you've kept up with the game since you've been busy. How did you feel? 2 months of research reward. Well, yeah, right? He's shaking his
Horrible. It
head
was
for the
the worst.
podcast.
The worst. Yeah, the worst reward. 7-day reward ever.
And it's 2 months.
2 months. I
No
mean,
other.
give us friggin' Latios and Latios again, and give us something else that that we've had before, except for an Eevee that was a part of a promotional spring celebration thing. Oh, forget it. The only reason that I kept up with the and I didn't keep up with the every 7 days. I'd sit on the rewards for a while, but when I'd be low on Sinnoh stones, then I'd be like, all right, let's do another 7 day and collect it. Oh, horrendous. Horrendous.
Yeah. It just it hurt, and it was funny because it's one of those times when you're not even trying and you're knocking off stuff. I'm like, no, stop! I'm not getting the Eevee. It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm down.
You didn't want a shiny flower crown Eevee, Charles?
I still got one. As much as I avoided. Well, no, it wasn't a flower crown. I think it's just a shiny Eevee. But no, I don't need hippie Eevee.
Shiny hippie Eevee.
I'm good. Although it is kind of cool to see the flower crown Pikachu at cons. I've seen that cosplay where they have the big inflatable suit and they have the and the people are like, oh, you're like Flower Girl Pikachu's like, no, that's the one time I actually know the reference, and it's well done. Well done on you for that. All right, we're going to take a quick break here, both on Twitch and the podcast, and we'll be back just after this. So we can chat a little bit. They can hear us. I was putting in a definitive marker for Mike to cut this out.
Okay. They can or can't hear us?
They should be able to, because what I understand with what Twitch said, because we, as affiliates,
we're showing an ad, right?
Yeah, it just puts us in like a picture-in-a-picture thing type of deal.
Is this the bounty one where, like, if we talk about the ad, then you get an additional $5 or something?
Oh, I didn't know that's a thing.
Yeah, they have bounties. So if you watch a specific ad and then talk about it with your viewers, your streamers, then you get $5 for.
Oh man,
doing that.
I had no idea. No, I know as affiliate we get to use the ads, and I love the whole new board that they did. So it's just a way to say thanks everybody for supporting us.
Yeah, yeah.
And 5, 4, 3. And everybody has pre-rolled ads disabled for 20 minutes. There you go. You win. So what has been, now that we're welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. That was a little rough intro there. Welcome back to the show. Ibbott, what has been your favorite of the newest Pokemon that you've caught?
A Heatmore, because I was not expecting to see one of those. Again, I keep bringing up Shield and Sword, but saw one of those in that game and thought, what the heck is this weird looking anteater thing? And there it is right here it's my buddy right now. And I was driving by and saw a shadow of something that I didn't already have. I'm like, oh, what's that? And I go over and sure enough, it's a Heatmore after I've been seeing him. Now it is the worst possible CP. It's a CP of 29. Stats are like 125, basically. It's garbage. However, it's the first Heatmore, and he's my buddy, and he's going to walk along with me and keep me warm while it's cold here in Colorado.
Yeah, I've got him pulled up because I found you on my friends list, so I could see the buddy. That is, he's like Gru meets the animal world with his intestines on the outside. It's
bizarre. Yeah, I can't tell. So he's wearing a suit that heats him up on the inside. I don't know.
I guess. I mean, I can't quite spin him around to the back. Oh no, there he goes. So there's 3. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. But yeah, he's my buddy. Oh yeah, that weird pipe tail thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those. Was that is that a raid battle one or is that a?
No, it was just caught in the wild.
Wow.
Let me see when it came out. Because I don't think that came out with the initial Unova release. Let's see here. October 10th, it looks like. Oh, no, here we go. November 4th, it looks like, is when I'm making sure of that. Yeah, Pansage, Panseer, Panpour, Heatmore, and Durant. Regional exclusives. So it is. Where is this thing? Where can you get one of these? Let's take a look at
Heatmore. Nicole says Heatmore is a regional for us right now.
for North America. Okay,
Yeah.
yep. Here's the map right now. So
I think I got one of the pans. I guess they rotate around. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
Panpour.
Oh, do you have Panpour?
I got
don't think I
Panpour, apparently.
do. I have a Panpour yet? Let's see. Oh yeah, Panpour is the monkey. Sure,
Yeah,
a
water
lot
monkey.
of Panpours. Sure. Yeah. But yeah, no, I haven't seen. This is the first and only Heatmore that I've seen floating around. So,
Oh, I will say, because I thought, Terry's like, yeah, I'm tired of seeing them, hatching them, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, you can send them to me. And then I realized there's a nice trend, a funny trend going on in our community right now of, because, and I am somewhat bad at sending and receiving gifts. It's just, I get on the kick and then I forget and I get on to doing other stuff. So people from all over the U.S., and actually, I think somebody from outside the U.S. has sent me one. I get the raid invites now because it gets you XP, whether I accept it or not.
Oh, really?
So
that's cool.
I got two. I got one from Italy. I got two from somewhere near you up in Colorado.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And that was from the same person. And then Terry Wolf sent me one this week. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool because we both get XP. I get it. It's like be best friends, idiot.
Right. I feel like I may have started that trend by sending you that one.
You did. You were the first. You sent it. So it makes me smile and then like, yeah, I probably should do better at my gifts. It's been a weird couple of weeks here. I was pretty good for a while there, and then it's been really weird. Now this link I will pop into the live chat, of course, for the podcast. It will be in our show notes. But our next headline here is a graphic, if you will. It's the new shinies that are dropping, or maybe have dropped at this point. The shiny Burmy, Wormadam, and Motham. And I don't see...
The gray is a little, like the blue little tail thing, is a little bit bluer.
Is it? Yeah,
it's
okay.
Gray in
okay,
it's
if
gray
you
in the
squint,
normal.
Yeah. Holy cow.
That's the only real difference because it looks like the pink is still pretty much the same color pink.
Yeah, the beige is still beige.
The yellow,
the
the
green's
beige,
still
the green.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a very slight. The only difference really is when you get down to the
Motham. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Big differences on the Motham.
And it goes from red and yellow to blue and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be chasing these.
The very first comment is this for real? Only Motham is noticeable.
Totally, yeah. Garbage. Everybody's calling it garbage shiny.
It is. I don't understand. Okay. I'm always happy when I get a shiny. I'm always down with that.
Sure.
But
any shiny is a good shiny. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, that the shadow. So the beige one is back available. Like it's not where I can reach it. It's pretty far away at a Pokestop.
So you and I are hunting the same one. That's funny.
We're both still trying to get that beige. Chasing the beige dragon is what we're doing.
Yeah, I was just going to check this. Oh, I just closed my game. That was dumb. So because this is what's on the screen, I need to keep that up. Yeah. I was just double checking to see if that Burmy I got earlier was shiny. It was not. And the way you can tell is it didn't have big stars on it.
Right. That's the only way you can tell, unless you're like unless you have an HDR screen.
Okay, so this is a good general question that Terry actually can help us in the chat. He can help us answer this, and I lean more on you too in this one, Ibbott, since you've been 40 for a while. Yeah. Which Pokemon are worth taking to 40? And then there's a list here. So if you don't have one off the top of your head, we can read off this list a little bit.
Let's do the list because this list is perfect. This is, yeah. And the rule of like the first comment is 100% accurate too, but we'll talk about the list first.
All right. So I'll do the list and you can do the rule of thumb.
Okay.
The list is Machamp, Tyranitar, Mewtwo, Rayquaza, Rampardos, Mamoswine, Roserade. Was that one just the way she looks? That one always surprises me. but she's apparently
Yeah.
a really
Yeah.
good battler. Moltres, Kyogre, Raikou, Groudon, Giratina, Metagross, and Scizor are
Oh, well, yeah, okay. And it's funny because the next line says, "I have all these at level 30 through level
yeah.
35.
I
Which
saw
should I
that.
raise to level 40?" But that is a really good list. But yeah, the rule of thumb: absolutely don't power up anything until you need to use it, because you could end up spending all these candies and all this dust uh powering something up, and it's maybe obviously you would have pretty good stats for you to do that, and then the very next day, and you don't need, you're not about to use it in a raid or anything. You do all this work to power it up because it's got some pretty good stats, and then the next day you catch a 15 15 15. That's like, oh crap, I should have saved all those candies.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and right now it feels like the first time I've really needed to do some major powering up to do some of these gym or not gym, the grunt rocket challengers, the rocket leaders. um
Yeah.
I actually sat in the car that day that they were all available for 100 or for an hour, and like started plugging in, like, all right, let's beef this guy up because he's got really good stats and he's one that can beat that Scyther, and then we got this other one, and
I did that a long time ago, going up against a Machamp, and I looked up what would beat him because I was trying to solo it, and it's like if you have these characters with psychic ability, and I happen to have those, and I just dumped
right.
all the candy and stuff into them, and barely pulled it off, but it was a pain.
Mhm.
This one is the detriment to the game. This little blip I'm going to read because it works for us as players. It works for
Sure.
the Pokemon, and it means scaling this game is going to be very difficult because of that lack of return on investment. And the
Mhm.
point is, a Pokemon at level 30 can achieve 90% of its best performance compared to level 40. Once you get above level 30 and level 35, even that
Mhm.
diminishing return really hits hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's like,
yeah,
oh, well, what's the point? Yeah, true.
yeah.
But yeah, and somebody further down talks about some good recommendations, which I totally agree with. Machamp feels like it's never going to go out of style. Best fighting type in the game, and fighting is strong against uh, normal rock, steel, ice, and dark. So it's a good one to have. Giratina, original form, Rampardos, Tyranitar. I still say Tyranitar should be the top or the second one on this list because a Bite Crunch Tyranitar
Yeah.
is awesome. Um,
Of course, Mewtwo is
Rayquaza,
a
Mewtwo,
yeah.
sure.
So
Sunstrike.
basically,
Mhm.
almost a list that guy listed out at the top.
Yeah, I think he was just basically putting them in order because the very last one is
Yeah.
Groudon and says, yeah, it's already outclassed by Excadrill, and once Landorus T is released, it's going to be completely a waste. Uh, Raikou is one you can avoid. Two things that should stop anyone from already maxing out a team of Kyogre. Water isn't particularly useful against Gen 5, 6, 7 legendaries, and the legendaries it's good against either have just left, like Entei and Regirock, or will probably come back altogether with Kyogre. Um, hmm,
Hmm.
there we go. So,
Yeah.
good link for people to look at and start at the top of the list and say, yeah, okay. Make sure you've got a top level Tyranitar. Make sure you got a top level Machamp. Um, Giratina O is the best ghost type right now in the game, so that's good too.
I
That's good against
have.
Psychic and Ghost.
Which one do I have? I think I have the first one they released, which
Oh,
is.
the Giratina
It doesn't
the
say. I don't
new
really.
form or whatever it was called. Yeah,
It's
altered
the
altered form.
six-legged dragon beast, the Jabberwocky, if you will.
Right. The walking one as opposed to the flying one.
Yeah. I mean, it's got wings, but those do not look useful. It's for flying. So, yeah. That, yeah. And I like it. I think it's really cool looking.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah.
so, yeah, I've got a few of those. But I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Until you really need to do something with it, then
Mm-hmm.
don't. I've actually used more Stardust doing trades than anything else.
Hmm.
I don't think I've powered up anything in a very, very long time. And I'm not making this up or making fun of this person. This is their screen name. Some giant idiot says Chandelure is the best ghost type. I don't have Joe here to argue that as far as trending.
Qualify that.
Yeah,
right.
and Terry might be able to. I mean, Chandelure looks cool, and I've seen it on some of the lists, but I don't know if it's the best.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know.
Yeah, and I really mean I don't know. I like them because they're pretty. That's why I play Pokemon. Give me the shadows, and then let me keep the pretty ones.
Right. Yeah.
So here is the graphic that it took forever for somebody to start putting these out, and once they did, these are amazing. The weekly update from 12/3 to 12/10 by Wonderful One on Reddit. We know that the December Community Day is the 14th through 15th, and it's everybody in the kitchen sink is coming back. So if you missed any of the community days, I want to try to get that shiny Torchic because I didn't get to get out there and do that.
Right.
And
So, the wild spawns will be just this year's Community Day spawns, but raids will feature previous Community Day spawns.
And eggs, I think, will do it too. It looks like.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, the Chimchar. I mean, I'd like a shiny Chimchar. I do have enough to evolve them up to the highest evolution. I'm trying to look to see if I haven't actually evolved. I think I've evolved all these to the highest evolutions. I would just like to have the shiny versions of them. So that'd be cool. Of course, 2 times Stardust, 2 times Catch, and half hatch distance is going to be going on then. Let's see. This is really small print. Can I make it bigger? I did make it a little bigger. Terrakion leaves raids December 17th. Your research breakthroughs start over at January 1st. And Regigigas leaves the X raids on January 7th. So your clock is ticking. You want to get out there. Oh, so Ibbott, I know you'd accidentally maxed out your storage at one point because we both were buying stuff on the show and right after it loaded. So where are you with the fact that they increased the storage to 3,000?
I have not pulled the trigger on that. I did bump it up to 2550 though, because I did have the max up until the most recent edition, and then like, you know what, I'm just gonna go up one level just to increase some space, but I don't need the full business.
And what about the
item box
items for 2,500?
Haven't done any. Yeah, I'm still at. I take that back. I'm at 2050.
Did I get it? Nope, no shiny. Another Burmy showed up. I'm like, let me try.
Nice. But is it the brown one?
No,
still no brown one. Okay, boomer.
Oh, well, if you guys want to know what that is, you need to watch the video on demand over at youtube.com. And right now, we're still needing you to like and subscribe to that GSTU page. Look up Giant Size Team Up or Pokemon GO Podcast by Giant Size Team Up, and you'll find the page there. But yeah, you can see why that was funny.
So some giant idiot says, I've caught over 100,000 Pokemon and have 70 million EXP. My storage is nowhere near full at 2,000. What do you guys keep? I started doing a living Pokedex. So I keep one of every generation, like of every Pokemon. Don't know why. I don't know why I'm still on this fool's errand of making sure that I have one of every. But we talked about this with Joe really early on, and I said, I think I'm going to do a living Dex.
Yep.
So
and it's working out for you okay so far.
Oh, sure. It just costs me whatever to keep buying storage space to have them in there. Yes.
I keep. I only keep the special ones, so they're cool looking / pretty. I got a few luckies in there, shinies, that kind of thing, or the ones I'm like, oh man, that took me a while to get it, and I've got 2 Snorlaxes that are dead to me. One's named after Terry, the other's named after. Oh, he's gonna get so mad that I forgot his name. Now I gotta look it up in my thing because I am blanking right now, and I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't know what it did. Let's see.
Zenzalu?
Yeah, Zinzalu. There you go.
Zenzalu.
Zinzalu. So it's Terry
there to help
dead
you
to
out.
me and Zinzalu too. Thank you, Nicole. God, maybe so. I closed my game again. I'm such a filthy casual. I'm like, I can't play this game right now. I'm doing a show. Close that thing.
What are you doing?
I'm not. Show puts his game up on the thing, so I behave and I don't get distracted by playing the game during the show. They keep trying to close it. But today I'm running the stream, so I have to keep it open. The research breakthroughs is okay. It's right, the legendary birds, but I'd love to get a shiny Moltres. And actually, any of the shinies would be cool, but that Moltres, that pink flame, looks really good. I'd like to get the shiny Kyogre. So I think I finally got a regular Kyogre not too long ago.
Oh, cool.
So we got coming up on December 4th and 11th, we've got the raid dates. So 4th was already passed. So as of this recording, we've got the
shiny
11th.
Moltres.
Do you have a shiny Moltres?
I have two
shiny
Moltres.
Moltreses? I say it how I want. You're this giant idiot, some giant idiot. I say Kyogre is all I want. Because look, never mind.
Kyogre. Yeah. Joe isn't here to correct you. Some giant idiot.
It is Joe. Joe snuck in as some giant idiot, and so we wouldn't know it's him.
Exactly.
Spindas. I haven't seen a Spinda in a while, but you can get a shiny one now.
You can get a shiny one. I stopped trying to collect all the Spindas because it just got to be too much of a hassle. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then Giovanni's legendary of the month is currently Zapdos, and then we're expecting Moltres for January, is what we're according to this. So lots of cool stuff. It's a great graphic to keep you updated.
It is
a lot of fun there. And this last headline we have is we've got a new evolution event going on. Actually, I should be able to pull that up in the
just started today.
News.
Yeah.
Let's see, news. Oh, come on, get to the. Yep, there it is. So there it is on the screen for everybody to look at. But this is what has just been released. It's the evolution event from today, as we said earlier, through Thursday, December 12th. So look for the Onyx, Eevee, Roselia, and Burmy will be appearing more often in the wild and raids and field research. And then raids against Lickitung, Scyther, Togetic, and Ralts. Unless it's a higher chance of shiny, I'm still not going to raid because I have all of these and I have all the evolutions of these.
Right. Right. No, I'm more excited. Like if I see a Shinx raid, I'll still jump over and do a Shinx raid. But other ones, I'm not so quick to jump over to.
Yeah. Are you still very active in the Arvada community?
Yeah. More or less, we do the dinner raids. I didn't do yesterday, so I still don't have it's not the Terrakion anymore. It is what is the current hold on, I'm pulling it up because I'm see if I can find it before the chat room tells me what it is. Oh, is it the Terrakion? No, it's not the Terrakion, is it?
I thought that it still is until next week.
Okay. Yeah, I thought, okay. For some reason, I thought the Terrakion, because it was the other, the closer to a horse-looking one that I thought was the Terrakion. Yeah, so I still don't have a Terrakion. Or Terrakion. We need Joe for that one. Cobalion I have. Yeah, I still don't have a Terrakion. Or a Dothrakion.
Two of
but
those.
I hear that can be duoed, right? Isn't that what I hear? Is that you can duo Terrakion?
That I don't know.
Depending on the weather.
I think I was off that week, and I'm so far behind on catching up on all the podcasts of everything that I haven't listened to the two shows I was off on. And I imagine Joe probably talked about it then with Rob Roberts.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
And that stupid brown Burmy is taunting me. It's right there. If you're looking at my game, it's just right there. I can drive over there and get it.
I got a pink Burmy right here. Nope, not shiny.
So yeah, shiny Burmese possibly. All lure modules will last an hour for duration of the event. We talked about that. The evolution. So that code dive, I think what came earlier Hey, Jacket, thank you for welcoming me back. Everybody else is like, I'm here for Ibbott. But thank you, Jacket K. I appreciate you.
I don't think they're really here for it.
But so the code dive came. No, the code dive came earlier in the week, and then of course they announced this yesterday. They announced this officially, so it was there. So 1-star raids will have your Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtles. 2 stars will be Ivysaur, Charmeleon, and Wartortle. And the 4 stars will have Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. And I mean and I'm not arguing. I'm good with it, but this really feels like hey, new people, come on! Here's not just the starters, but here's all their evolutions and all this cool stuff, and get you playing with other people. And I think it's a good idea. Unless Silph comes out and says, hey, you have a higher percentage chance of getting the shinies of these by raiding. I don't get it. And you'll receive up to 5 additional raid passes during raid day time periods when you spin the photo discs at the gyms. These raid passes will not be available after the event period is over. You cannot hold more than 1 raid pass at a time. So basically, you use your freebie, do your battle, spin it, get another one, go on to the next battle or whatever. So a lot can change in a year or even in a moment. We hope to catch you out there celebrating the power of evolution. Trainers, let's go.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty nifty.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm still working on my last few Sinnoh Stone evolutions. I just got to get candies up for them. And I don't even have the Unova Stone yet, I don't believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you have to raid. And don't believe I've done any raids since Unova came out. Look at that. I'm sitting on 10 gifts I need to give away. And we're talking about, you're like, oh, I'm such a filthy casual. I've only beaten fought 15 gym leaders. Like, dude, I'm on 4 mysterious components. You don't even get
on
to
the
talk
grunts.
about Yeah. Oh my God, though. It's like 2 billion purifications you got to do on this one. It's like, why?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I've actually been, I hadn't been planning on this, and I've been saving cruddy Pokemon, shadow Pokemon. So I was like, oh, all right, well, I'm just going to go through and purify the ones I've been saving that I haven't deleted yet, and just went through and did that. Got through that level really, really quick.
That would have been nice. I had actually, you know what? Let me go to my medals. I haven't done a lot of the. Now this one I do get frustrated for myself or at myself on is every morning when I pull up to work, I park underneath a Pokestop, and 9 times out of 10 I'll check it, and there's no Team Rocket. Every time I forget to check it, and I go into the office and then I open up the game, it's a Team Rocket one. I'm like, son.
Of course.
Oh, but let's see where. There it is, Team Rocket. Oh, I've actually beat 18 of them. Apparently.
Oh, there you go.
So that's a little more than I thought I had.
You should have 3 combined mysterious components. You should have 3 rocket radars.
Most of those, I guess, were done before. But that was the thing is I kept a few of the tainted ones. I know it's purified once you clean it. I forget what it is.
Right. The shadow
Pokemon. But I was like, you know what? Just to get the XP, I'm just going to go ahead and purify them. And for the most part, and then they came out with Purify 15. Well, I hate you so much right now. It's so not only do I have to get 2 more components, I've got to get 15. Well, I don't know how many I have in my actual decks right now that I could purify, but I got to get a few more others. Oh yeah, and then I got to beat 3 rocket leaders. So that's something to look forward to. Smile. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, no, wait. We're right on our time here.
Totally. Yeah.
So if you would like to get the ad-free version of the show, right, go to patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast. Join our amazing Discord community through there. There's other levels and swag that comes on, but at every level, you get the ad-free version. We're going to start that this week. So there'll be a new feed. If you want that, here's a little cleanup for everybody that's already a part of the community. This is all retroactive. If you want the ad-free version, then there's going to be a feed inside of Discord. We'll announce all that inside of that community and give you the feed and pin it and all that jazz. You can find it. So essentially, you'll plug in a different RSS feed into your podcatcher, and that way, then it'll be straight up. No. Hey, come to Patreons. No ads in the middle. Any of that stuff. So that you don't have to use it, but it is there for you. If you're listening to the podcast and would like to have that, something as low as $1 a month, and you can do that. You can get the ad-free version. Ibbott, where can they find you all over the universe?
All over the world, all over the universe as Coverville. So Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. On Wednesdays, I do Coverville the show. Just did one celebrating the 40th anniversary of Pink Floyd's The Wall. One of the longest shows I've ever done because I played covers of every track, all 26 tracks on the album. So look for that right there on the feed. Every Friday I do Guess the Connection, where I play 6 covers and give away a prize to somebody who can tell me what they have in common besides the fact that they're covers. So just follow me on Twitter and you'll get information about all that stuff. What'd you catch?
I did. I caught an eardrum full of sound. My alarm for my other game went off to get the energy, and with time change and everything, I didn't realize is this early. Usually it's 10 o'clock. It used to be.
Yeah, sure.
So comes blasting through the headphones and everything. That's a cool game. Is that under Coverville? Is that a whole separate? Okay, I thought so.
It's on the same Twitch channel. So, and it's 6 songs. It goes by in half an hour. And even if you don't play the game, or if you don't try and guess, it's still 6 good cover songs that you won't hear otherwise. So there you go. All the reason to do it.
That is awesome. I know somebody earlier in the chat said they started following you. So that's at Coverville, and
thanks for that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Twitch is everything. Man, you've been killing it, and you I know for the first time in a very long time you didn't actually do Coverthon this year. What were you doing on Black Friday?
We did a charity stream for Heart Crate, which is you can find them at heartcrate.org. It's I'm on the board of directors now with these guys because I believe in it so much. But these guys are getting they've both worked in the field of foster care, getting kids out of abusive and neglectful situations, and sometimes middle of the night these kids can grab their pajamas and a blanket or something, and that's all the stuff they can take with them. And so Heart Crate works to get these kids a crate full of the stuff that they like. So it's like a loot crate, but instead of it being Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I don't care about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Spider-Man, whatever. We find out what the kids like, and then they get a box of stuff specifically around the things that they like.
That's cool.
And it's big enough that they can keep their toys in it, but also keep their most prized possessions in it with those toys, so that if something happens in a foster care situation where they need to be taken out of that real quick, their box is all their stuff and they can get out of that situation really quick. So
nice.
Heartcrate.org if you want to donate. They accept monetary donations, but if you're a Loot Crate, if you get all this stuff via Loot Crate or Geek Fuel or any of these boxes, and you've got stuff in there that you don't care about, let them know, and they'll take those as well and give them to kids who care about the specific things that you give up.
That's awesome.
Heartcrate.org. And Coverthon will happen in June on the summer solstice, because that's the longest day, and that's officially Alzheimer's Day now. So I've moved Coverthon. Yeah, moved Coverthon to the summer.
Is it going to be 12 hours or 24 hours?
I think we're going to do 24 hours. I'm going to go back
on the
to
longest day of the year.
It's still only 24 hours. It could be the shortest day or the longest day, Charles. It's just going to be the longest amount of daylight. The big thing is that's just a few days before my big bicycle race, the big marathon thing I do.
The 120-mile one or whatever?
150. The MS 150. And so it's going to be like, all right, so now one whole day of not training for that a few days before the race.
Get you. I've got a peddler for under the desk that I can send to you for that day. So, but you stand. I know. Yeah, it wouldn't work right now. I'm sitting, but who knows? I might do part of that show while I'm on the upright trainer. So that'd be awesome, man. You're always out there changing the world. Now I remember why we only have you on every 6 months, because I just feel crap. Because you're like, shine bright like a Ibbott, And I can't shine. Okay, you make me want to be a better person.
Stop.
Email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. On that website, Pokemon Go Podcast, you've got that tab on the right-hand side at SpeakPipe. We'd love to have your voicemails to play on the show. Reddit is r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Facebook is the /Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter is @Pokemon Go Pod. Twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast is where you can find us live every Thursday night, 8 o'clock Eastern is when we do it. Joe should be back next week, and that's where you can watch us live. Stick around for the Name That Show game that we play after. Yeah, Name That Show game that we play after. And for the podcast, of course, you get some awesome stuff with special ads. You get the special ads.
Nice.
You can buy some merchandise, tiny.cc/GSTU. That's capital G, capital S, capital T, capital U. All the shirt. Actually, I'm wearing the From the Helicarrier shirt tonight here that one of our fans designed for us. But yeah, you can get Botched and Breaking the Pen and all that cool stuff over there. And we are working on our original new logo that won't get taken down because it's copyrighted. The last couple of shirts have gotten taken down because they got copyrighted. But so for the holidays, Tony is out of town. He runs the shop for us, but he'll be getting back tomorrow night, and we be putting up the Gen 1 Pokemon shirt that has me, Joe, Ibbott, and Bo York on it. And so that'll
classic.
run.
Wow.
Yeah, and we'll have that up through mid-January. You'll be able to get that, and then hopefully by that point we'll have a new shirt up there. But check that out. And Twitter is @Joseph_Ard. I'm @RockGodOfPod. And tune in next week to hear Joe say, I missed Ibbott. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Yep,
Oh,
yep.
man.
All right, let me start the podcast.
That's hilarious.
Ibbott, I know you got to go. Thanks for being on, man. It's always a pleasure.
My pleasure. Pick a good title, and I'll find out what it is when I get to the trivia thing. I'll look it up and see what you guys chose.
All right, we'll get it put in here.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. And thank you,
absolutely.
chat room, for coming and being here. Really good to see all of you again.
All right. So, as you see there in the live chat, Nicole's already put it in there. It's that link. That's at HTTP showbot.tv. Go ahead and click that link there. And, we've got 2. No, I know I saw another one get submitted. I know I saw somebody submit one because it was free shinies or good something about the shinies. Let me see. Kat put it in there. I'm scrolling because I'm not sure I saw. But I know I saw another submission. But it was when we were talking about the shinies. Oh wait, I went too far back. Now I'm talking about Serenity Blue. But anyway, right now we've got Ibbott in the house and Flower Crown Rock out of podcasting. I hate you, Terry. I hate you so much, man. Let's see. There's that. Yeah, see, there's the Flower Crown Rock out podcasting. There's the Berman. Yeah. Oh, she typed in Showbot. So let me copy that. It's S. Let's see. Oh, I can't do it here. I got to do it on this other one. All right. Let me put it in. I knew I saw another title. All right. Now, that actually, the credit will go to Kat. But it's any shiny is a good shiny, is that, and you can vote now. But that's what you're doing right now. Oh, I need to render the podcast. That's our timer. So what you're doing is you're going to be voting for the podcast title that you think is best. And this is episode 176. And let me render that to the desktop. Yeah. And then basically the prize is you get your name into the artwork itself. So let's see. Yeah. It happens. Brian, you have to I wish I'd seen that before he went. Like, Brian, you have to give him the artwork. Yeah, I guess I'm doing the artwork this week. So let's see. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't know. Some giant idiot. When I do a shiny, when I say shiny check, I don't mean checking the actual Pokemon, which I know is the standard version. I mean checking my Pokédex here. And I just see the list grow and become different. I just like seeing those 3 stars. As you can see, I've got 2 plusles. You're not wrong. They're not great. I don't know. Just seeing those 3 stars makes me happy. So man, that stupid Burmy is still. It is right there. It is that Pokestop right there. So I'm doing this. So I'm not going to go away. Let's see where we are in the voting. Right now, Ibbott in the House by Vladivostok at 2. Any Shiny's a Good Shiny by Cat at 1. And thank you, everybody, for not voting for Terry Wolf, that stink face. Let me get some shout-outs while we're doing this. Alfred Judicus, 100 to 89. Coverville, Dave the Maori. Jacket K, Kit Kat, the Cat Cat. Lady Jasmine, Lurks. I know Lurks is a bot, I believe. Marmotte. I can't. I'm sorry, I'm brutalizing your name there. Sergeant PUBG M, some giant idiot, which I do. I love. I love that tag. That was awesome. Squishy Twitchy, Terry Wolf, Windsock, and Zane Kyber. Awesome. Velvet plus green minimum greater. I will stand on this hill. All right, we've got 52 seconds left. So right now, Ibbott in the House is winning. Oh, it's tied. Any shiny is a good shiny. I'm leaning towards that one because it comes from a new viewer of Pokemon GO Podcast, and we would finally get back to actually putting Pokemon on the show art. As Joe has fallen into the style of putting people's faces on it. He loves doing that. He loves cutting the faces and putting them up there. But I think I would like to have, I'm going to hit that button. I would like to have the Pokemon make a return to the artwork. 14 seconds left. And then we'll end with the ad running there. But thank you all for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. I definitely appreciate it. If you like what I do here and you want to see more, less family friendly than this is definitely a PG-13 style show. Come on over to twitch.tv/FTH Beyond. This shirt right here, /FTH Beyond. And that is where I'll be at 9:30, which is in 20 minutes, a little less than 20 minutes, doing Marvel Strike Force. And I'm going to go ahead and crack a few beers open, and hopefully Kurt will join me. And we'll have a little fun doing that. So that's where I'll be. And let's see, have we broken the tie yet? No. So I'm going to go with Any Shiny's a Good Shiny. That's my choice. All right, everybody. Again, seriously, thank you for coming out. It's good to be back. I've missed the show. I've missed doing it. I've missed Joe, and he really did have a work issue tonight and couldn't be here. So thanks for all the new people coming out. I hope you come back again next week and go out and catch them all.